Thanks for clicking on this video. One of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, or at least start this video this way, was mostly because if you're anything like I was a few years back when I started trading, I didn't know what platform to use. I didn't know what charts to have up on my screen, what would be important information. Many of us, we end up putting up a lot of charts with a lot of indicators and probably just have way more information on the charts than we really need. So I decided to, in an introduction to this video, give you a little bit of a rundown on what I use. If it's helpful to you, fantastic. If you're already using something else and it's working for you, stick with that. I do use NinjaTrader for one of my accounts, or for a few of the accounts that I trade. This is the layout that I utilize. But one of the things that I've been also focusing is on more simplicity, and especially for those of you that travel and have access to one screen, being that your laptop. I've started to experiment with setting up a Sierra chart, which I've used in the past also, and I absolutely love. This is what I have set up in Sierra chart, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour of what all these charts mean and how they might be able to help you. To begin with, I use a 30-minute regular trading hour chart, which that basically just shows me the direction of the market. That way I can stay on the right side. As much as I love to be a contrarian, at least this helps me a little bit. Following that, to the right is regular trading hours 15-minute chart, and what I have on this is an indicator that shows me a gap. And gaps are important because as most of you know, gaps, whether it's that day or the following day, it's important to know where that imbalance occurred. Next, I have a market profile chart. This chart is very useful, especially for those of you that are market profile traders, where you like to see where the volume is, where the point of control is, the total volume for that day, the range for the day, where the point of control is, where the mid-range value is. That's also very useful. Next, I have a very useful ladder, and that shows me where my entries and exits are. It also shows me a volume profile so that I know where the volume nodes exist. Following that, I have a chart that I love, I use all the time. It gives me an idea of where the not only the ES but the NQ, Dow, and the Russell, because a lot of times those four markets will be correlated, and I call that the Four Brothers chart. Following that, I have a board, and that just gives me an idea of daily change, the daily settlement open, the volume for each specific instrument. After that, I have a footprint chart. This chart right here is very, very useful to me because it allows me to, it shows me imbalances, it shows me where unfinished business exists, it shows me where the volume nodes are for that specific candle. In this case, it's a 5-minute chart that I utilize. And finally, I have my entry chart. This basically allows me to enter and exit positions, and it gives me a more drilled down view of everything else that I'm looking at. That's my layout for one of the screens that I have, which allows me to see pretty much everything that I need to look at. If I had to just trade from one screen, this is exactly the layout that I would absolutely love to have. If you have any questions on how to set up this layout, be sure to leave a comment below. And now let's get on with the trade video. This is a trade I took on the 23rd of September 2024. This is a sped up version of the video of the trade. I believe that I had got in with 4 contracts. I had shorted 4 contracts, and by this time I had taken 2 off. I was already in profit, about $42. I was looking at the footprint chart, thinking that there was some unfinished business down at the 70 area, and I was expecting price to go back to that area where it had been previously. Also looking at the ladder where the volume nodes were sitting at, and typically when the price goes up very fast, it ends up coming back and retracing to where it was before. And previously or earlier in the session, there was a lot of volume down at the 70s, so I was hoping that that would happen and it would come back to that, and eventually that's what happened. So enjoy the video and the music. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. As the title of this video says, it's possible to build a consistent income without the risk, and trading the ES micros definitely is possible, and this channel hopefully will show that, and at least that's my intent. Thanks again for watching. Take care.